everybody. Today's reading is going to be their feelings for you right now. You have got 3 choices, just haphazardly chosen from a pack, just for the pictures, to be honest. The first one is the Queen of Wands, which is this one. The second one is the Six of Swords, which is this one. And number 3 is the Nine of Pentacles. So if you take your choice and we'll have a look.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Okay, this has got an element of some memory from the past instigating something inside them or wanting to do something with that. This has also got some element of it being quite difficult to move this forward, possibly. You've got Ten of Pentacles in the centre, which can often be like a family situation or a connection that is either established over a long period of time, so maybe you're friends or maybe you know each other, or you may already have family, because you've got a difficult card here at the beginning. I don't know it yet. Let me go through it. You've got the Five of Swords as the beginning cards. The Five of Swords is something often taken unfairly in some way, where somebody wins, but then again somebody else feels like they've been a bit sort of won over. You've got here an element of a romantic movement or connotations or romantic feelings for somebody and not being able to share them. This could, if you link these together, it could be a case of, if I reveal something and you don't feel it, I could feel a bit of a nerd, that type of feeling, hence why the thoughts are sort of blocked in a way. So there's some reticence with regards to possibly expression of feelings here, or something that maybe with this card in the centre, that if they did express something, that it may be difficult to take up anyway. So where do I move with that? Because you've got the Ten of Swords at the bottom, possibly. You've got here the Six of Swords here with regards to what I guess is an accumulation of materialism, whether it's family, whether it's wealth. You know, we don't really know. It's like wealth in different ways, I suppose. And you've got here possibly of poking a hole in that. So again, sometimes you get these readings and it could be interpreted as somebody's already established in some environment, whether it's financial environment, you know, people, family, friends, that type of thing. And to perhaps connect their feelings to you are strong and sad, but possibly troublesome with regards to moving it forward. Because the Six of Swords here is a sense of healing. What on earth is that? Why healing? It's like being attracted to somebody and you can't move with it. And wanting possibly to do something that could upset other people, that could feel a little bit underhand. There's something very healing about you. To me, putting the Queen of Pentacles card here, could possibly be that just you in their life, even if they can't be with you, there's a sense of comfort in that. You know, like somebody who likes to, I was going to say fantasize, but that's not really the area of the Queen of Pentacles. It's somebody who feels secure or appreciate, you know, like maybe you do work alongside this person with these cards here and you get on well. There's a feeling of comfort and security with it, and consistency possibly with the Queen of Pentacles. Camaraderie, a fixed goal that's shared between the pair of you. And the Six of Swords, it is the Hades sort of, is it the boat that goes, then sticks, isn't it? Crap, so bad with my myths. There is some sort of comfort in that. I'll tell you what I'm trying to say here. Let's just say past lives spent together and you were separated for quite a period of time, even though there was some initial attraction there. It could be that by being with you now, even though you can't actually consummate it or confirm it in some way where it's, you know, an obvious relationship, that there is an element of ease in that okay, this feels right, this is the bit we missed out in past lives. Maybe you've got the Six of Cups here again, possibly, as I just said here, with this like healing and this underworld feeling with the Queen of Pentacles and security. Yeah, I'd repeat myself there, but it could have that past life feeling. Five of Swords again, with, okay, this person is, their feelings towards you is, I can move this, even though it's difficult. Because you've got here that, I feel it as if I could be at loss, but really, with the Sun card next to it, I'm in control of everything. I can move this if I want to. The Magician card together is, there's a positive feeling with that. So the situation, before I get to their feelings, will be a situation that is difficult in some way to get to the next step. There's some barrier there. I don't quite know what it is, whether it is work, whether it's family, whether it's another relationship, whether it's financial. But this person here, I think, wants to be with you because it feels correct. It makes them feel as if everything smooths them out in some way, makes them feel that everything's okay. And I feel, as I said, with this past life and this Hades feeling that I got, it could be a past life connection that didn't get any further. But in this lifetime, they feel that they can move it. So with regards to feelings, there's a sense of difficulty in here and feeling almost as if they aired their romantic feelings, that it could fall on deaf ears or could come to a full stop too quickly and replicate a past life event. There's a feeling here, as I said, with that difficulty here, but somebody who recognises that there's meaning there, there's a connection there, and a need to move forward, and a confidence that they can do that in this lifetime. So frustration, I would guess, would be feelings here. Intense attraction that they can't explain, a real magnetic pull, and a strong need to move this forward even through some form of difficulty, to bring it to light. The Sun card and the Magician card, and that they can do it in this lifetime. It's a bit like an excitement of, this may be my chance. It's possibly what I guess their feelings are. Let's put some more cards on. Let me just put what I want to know, if this were my pile. Let's have a look at the past life connections. Those bits interest me the most. What went on with you in past lives? Children. Sharing difficulties. Children, other people around, sharing difficulties. My first thoughts here were maybe you had children together and maybe the situation wasn't acceptable in some way. Maybe one of you got pregnant young and you weren't married, possibly. There's an element of support going on here. Let me just think. Six of Cups, and because there's a sense of healing here, and you've got sharing here, maybe there's some way in supporting you that's going to make everything feel all right. Just imagine, as I say, these are just cards. I don't know, I just read the symbols in the cards, and I think it's, you know, anybody that's watching can make sense of themselves as I talk, hopefully. Either it will apply or it won't apply here. But there could be, just to say, a past life feeling here, if for some way that you two got pregnant together, one of you got pregnant, you two got pregnant together, and this person needed to support you, but there may have been some difficulty, again, as past lives tend to repeat themselves, actually getting together. I don't quite know what that would mean. Let's just pretend that, and this is something in my family that happened, that you work for somebody and they got you pregnant, you know, like sort of a householder type thing. It's like an old connection in my family. And this person, you loved each other, possibly, but it couldn't be so. Security here, so that they supported you. And this feeling, whether it's not particularly that actual situation, comes back in this lifetime of love and connection and wanting to support. There's going to be romantic feelings that feel tied up, because there's going to be an element of, oh my gosh, that's going to feel difficult to express that, because there'll be a fear here to do with finances or security, but still a strong need to almost get you pregnant again, to do something that feels a little bit sneaky or underhand to reconnect. And this person feels in this lifetime there's a possibility, but there's a real sense of wanting to allow you to feel secure, wanting to share something with you. Hence probably why you've got this trapped feeling here with regards to sharing feelings. Yeah, that is what I would get. So again, before we go to summarise, there's possibly a feeling here of yearning, frustration, wanting to do something to reconnect in a way that happened before that may feel a little bit dangerous possibly. Difficulties in getting to be closer to you because maybe in past lives, and it wasn't meant to be a past life reading, it's just the Six of Cups with these ones, there's a feeling of it having an element of danger in some way. That's a strong word. I don't mean it that strong, but it sounds good. And here wanting to bring that out into the open. Yes, this was the maid that I got pregnant and I love her. That type of translate that to your event into some way or your situation with somebody. So there's a need for honesty, I guess, here with these cards here, and to move it forward in this lifetime because of possibly the accumulation of secrecy, definitely, in past lifetimes. So there you go. What are their feelings in the 1800s? No, to me there is a past life thing in there, so I don't know if that makes sense to somebody. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to love you and leave you. I think there are some readings on HULUPPU.co.uk on my website if you fancy one. I don't know what day it is, but I think there are some 3-question ones left. Okay, right. Okay, this to me feels like there's a similarity between the pair of you. There's lots of pentacle cards at the beginning, there's lots of fire towards the end, but some element of what I guess is feeling like they don't want to express that as yet. You've got here in the centre pile the nine of Pentacles with a woman in the garden. Doesn't have to be a woman, male or female. There's just that feeling of feeling complete and happy in yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles here, this person wants to add to it. So I feel that you may come across as very secure and they find that very attractive. It's like somebody who's not nervous or somebody that's very centred in themselves. And there's a gentleness with that, and there's a sort of like, I know who I am type of feeling about you. And the Ace of Pentacles is wanting to add to that. So there could be a lot of earth between the pair of you. And if you think of what earth people find attractive, is somebody that's solid, somebody that's not going to fly off the handle, who wants to move in life in a very gentle but consistent way, you know, likes security, likes to go out for meals, likes to express themselves in a way that's real, rather than too flamboyant or too much up in their heads and full of promises that aren't kept. And you've got here the Six of Pentacles again. So if they want to give you this Ace of Pentacles and you're already there quite complete in the garden, the Six of Pentacles add to that of wanting to share themselves with you. And you've got over here the Knight of Pentacles, again, almost trying to give the person this pile, the coin. So it's like, I recognise myself in you and I want to add to the connection. And I feel that when you meet somebody who's the same elements as you, it feels like family. And that may sound absolutely ridiculous if you're not interested in astrology, but that is the way that the world works. And I always think I sound arrogant when I say this, and it's the only time I really don't mind. I really quite enjoy it. But I think that's the way the world works, even if you think that or not. It's like magnetism. It's going on around us. So I do feel that this person here giving you these coins and the Queen of Pentacles here and here is like, we're the same person, so there's an ease with this connection. There's a recognition of you and you feeling, when I mean family, it's not like mum and dad, it's more like at home and with the same person. You know, when you're talking to somebody and it just feels easy, and everybody's got a friend like that when it's like talking to yourself in some way. It's just like, oh yeah, you're the same as me. That's very much in this pile here. You've got here 2 sevens. Again, that could add to the same feeling, to be honest, because 7 is like spirit, isn't it? It's like heaven. So you could interpret this card literally, but the fact you've got 7 here, combined with all the other cards here, again, to me, it adds to that feeling of you are me and I'm you. And what I share, I will give easily, because you two aren't separate in your heads. So their feelings are genuine and honest. And I don't know if they're open, but this person wouldn't hide it if you asked them. There's a feeling of a connection here. As I know that in like modern day terms, this can often be like twin soul, whatever it is. I don't use them, twin flame. I have done a reading on it, but I try not to keep to terms because I don't want to. I don't mind if anybody else does, obviously, but it doesn't help me. It doesn't serve me, because I feel like I think it is because I feel like I'll get stuck in my mind processes and I can't move or out of it, or I can't think sideways. So, but that is what it would be. Two people that feel very, very similar, and there's a genuine ease with sharing yourselves with each other, possibly financially. So there could be an element here of wanting to move financially towards you, maybe moving together, possibly, to commit with regards to money in some way. It's like flats, or I don't know. Maybe travel closer to each other. I don't know, there's not travelling there. To me, this is more garden, this is more house and home, and this is sharing. So there's an element of security in this and how they want to move towards you, because it just feels right. You've got here the King of Wands, and as said at the top and the bottom down here. So it sort of changes from what I guess is very sort of measured, very controlled, very sexy in a earthy way. And earth is sexy because it just is. It just is. It's taken me a long time to be able to say that, because I understand it, but I find it difficult because I don't know that many very earthy people. The more I know, the more I think, oh my gosh, that's magnificent. It just is what it is. There's not too much in the head. It's just like, okay, well, here I am and this is what I've got for you. If you like it, I'm here for you. It's that type of feeling. But you've got here the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. So what happens here is, to me, it's as if the magnetism that I was talking about turns more fiery. So it turns, this to me feels like it's more in the future as well. What starts like a solid connection turns into more of a sexual pull, a more of a excited feeling, more of a I can't help myself type of feeling here. But whether there's anything done with this, I don't know, because you've got that I'm trapped inside my own head. So to me, it feels like two people that get on really well. This person's feelings are genuine kindness. It recognises him or herself in you. Strong feeling of being the same energy, which turns what I guess is, I'm going to say erotic, because I just wanted to say it, more of a physical pull. Why the Eight of Swords? I don't know if it makes sense. You've got all this fire here. King of Wands. The King of Wands, when they're attracted to somebody that they feel a connection with, is very likely to just say it or do it. It's like there's no shyness there, there's no lack of courage there. The Knight of Wands is possibly a little bit more romantic, but there's definitely the movement there. King of Wands can sit in their own domain or their own throne a bit, as in like, I'll tell you that I like you, but I'm not sure, what I'm going to do with it here, but I very well could do if I wanted to. But to have the Knight here is like, it's movement, so there's movement towards you, but there's a feeling here that it's blocked, and I'm thinking, why blocked? You just get more fire on it. Confidence, success. Well, that makes no sense. Hold on. Children, financial off. Well, that could go with that. Don't know. Why the King, Queen of Cups. Children, other people involved. Wife. Yeah, I'm going to have to stick with that. It's shouted in my face, and I don't know, that's not going to be right for everybody there. But to me, this is like somebody that you know very well, that you can talk to very easily, friends of the family, somebody you work with, somebody that's very secure in themselves. There's no silliness or giddiness in here. There's a real sort of connection that feels like it should be there. and it possibly has been past lifetimes, to be honest, with this energy here. This person wants to stay with you, wants to be with you, wants to see you nurtured, wants to be part of that, whatever that means. I feel that this relationship turns more physical, where the pull becomes more physical, but I also feel as that grows, there's also an element here that there's different people involved, possibly. What's under here? Children, more children, kids, that somehow puts the reins on it. Let me get some advice for you with this before I start summing up. Let's use this card, because that's quite difficult, because it's like strong attachment, more of a physical connection, but still having, I guess, some difficulty moving it forward. Advice for you is the Hierophant. So your advice would be to center yourself. If you've got earth in you, is to be that, to be very collected, to put boundaries out there, to put some sort of membrane around you, to only give out what you what you want, and to be able to take in what you actually need, if you know what I mean, or feel that you need. Don't take in too much if you think it's going to drain you. By that I mean, if there's been something laid on the table, then to only take it if you're hungry. Oh, I better shut up. It's control. Contain yourself. Realise the situation that you're in, and whether you actually want the end result. Because it's like you're the middleman. It's like this is transitioning to giving, getting more, and it's going to come on stronger. But it's almost like, oh my God, I don't know how to say it. Let me put another word on to help me. Another card, the Hierophant card. It's the middleman. This is just the card that explains, basically how to look out for yourself. To translate the event, the situation, and keep yourself slightly separate from it. Understand what's going on and realise where you want it to be at the end. Because I feel that this is like a strong connection. Let me just put one more on just to make it more difficult for myself, the other people involved. Know how much you want to get involved in this at the end here. So with regards to feelings, this person's feelings for you, I would say, are an ease of connection, a recognition of you both being very similar. There's no need to rush in this connection, but there's a strong need to support you in some way, whatever that means, whether it is financially or whether it's just help. It's like this person wants to do something for you. And that's a strange thing to say, I know, but I know what that feels like. When you like somebody and it's almost like you're waiting for them to need something so that you can help. That's what this person feels like. A real strong spiritual bond between the pair of you that's very steady. And as I said, with all these pentacle cards, it could very much have gone on from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. With the Nine of Pentacles up here, to me there's a feeling here that this person would like to be more secure with you with regards to outside circumstance. So this could be like buying a flat or sharing money together or pooling money in some way, if that means anything to you. I feel that this relationship will become more passionate and more intense, but I also feel that if there is anything on the outside of this with regards to other people, other connections, it doesn't have to be other partners or children. It could be relatives or, I don't know, it's just people in the way, but there are children in here. And you've got threes here, and you've got here what I guess is more people involved. Your advice would be to only do what you can cope with, which is a better way of putting that than I had initially. So that's what I've got. Somebody that wants to move forward in a very strong way, very secure in themselves, is going to come on strong, possibly a little bit with a horn, and only take what you want from it. And ignore that bit about the table in there. Okay, pile number 2. I'm going to love you and leave you with that. If you like the readings, there are a few left. I know there's some 3-question ones on the website HULUPPU.co.uk. What is it? .co.uk. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. This has got an unusual feeling to it of somebody who may have control issues, to be honest. I don't know if this feels right with regards to expressing their emotions, possibly. You've got the 7 of Wands in the centre pile here, which is somebody who is people asking them things. So this person could be busy. Some people could be putting pressure on them. But there's a real feeling of pushing people back in this. You've got here the 3 of Pentacles, wanting to work as part of a team. So I'm assuming most people are looking at this for like romantic connections, possibly. To work as part of a team, and with these other cards on the other side, make me there's a real feeling of like OCD in it. I don't know why. I may be wrong. I probably am wrong. But with the 5 of Cups down here, it's like there's loss, almost as in this person knows by the way that they act or the situation that they're in or the way that they deal with love and affection is not correct inside them. And maybe OCD is the wrong word. I just think because of somebody I know, I've seen this in their eyes, who has, I think, got OCD. Everybody else says they have, but I don't know them that well. But I've seen this like a defensiveness in there, and like, if you give me more than I can cope with, I may snarl a little bit. That type of feeling here. You've got the reason why I'm saying this is you've got the 4 of Swords here and 8 of Swords on either side, which is very much I'm not in the right frame of mind to put it in a downsized version. I'm not in the right frame of mind for romance or connections, possibly, and hence why I am being a little bit sharp or touchy or reserved maybe, or offish. This is what I would get here, but I can work with this, as in work with you. So that's what I said about the feelings of control. You've got here a woman alone in her garden. You've got here a child. I don't know whether this is you, whether you're a man or a woman who may already have children, or whether there's some connection and you're quite independent, so you're not bothered about this person's feelings anyway. To me, I feel that if that is right, you're not needy, because you would allow somebody to do this where other people would be very perturbed by this, where you're like, okay, if you need time to yourself, I'm fine. Could be that, but could be, there's 2 thoughts there. Maybe you are independent with children, or maybe you're independent and you just need your space. You can see through the situation, your mind works. It's like looking at the situation with a advantage point with regards to how you view it. The 4 of Cups here, again, is feeling shut out of the connection or the situation, which I think goes both ways. I feel your person shuts themselves out because they don't know how to cope with themselves. And I feel that you're being shut out, but you're not really that bothered. I mean, it'd be nice, but this person can take what I guess is pentacle action, but in humanly words, no love action. I remembered a song from about 40 years ago. It is about 40 years ago, something like that. So that's what I've got. Let's move up here. So somebody who has difficulty expressing themselves, their thoughts, what's in their mind. You've got the Magician card here and the Queen of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles down here. To me, I feel that you're carrying this. I feel that the security that you have in yourself and the way that you deal with things is almost like you sit and allow for this person to get over the hump that they're in. And I feel that this may belong to the querent of the reading rather than the other person, the Magician card here. The Queen of Cups with the emotions, the security that you've got here. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. There's a feminine element in this that is kind and considerate of others and doesn't need much from anybody else, which is lovely. The Magician card here is like, you know what you're doing. You can see the situation. And with the 8 of Pentacles down here is an element of building it. So to me, if I think of connections with regards to anybody's connection, to me it's like you're the support network and allowing somebody to be able to work through their own relationship problems. And I don't mean that, it doesn't feel negative in any way, because it feels like you can take it or leave it. But you're very much drawn towards this person. To talk about this with regards to astrology language without using astrology language, you very much could be somebody who's having a transit of that person, if that makes sense. like a Uranus transit, this person is very Uranus, or you're having a Pluto transit to a personal planet like the moon or the sun, and this person is very Plutonic. So you're getting a taste of this person, and they're having a view of you, or they're seeing you in a way that is how they need to change as well. Maybe they're having a transit. And maybe part of you is part of them awakening, because as I said, with the support network there. So this is how I would interpret their feelings towards you. There's going to be an incredible pull that they can't explain. There's going to be an element of being uncomfortable with that, because it's asking them to change, where they've got a pattern built up inside them that doesn't work anymore, and they need to let it go. And through you being who you are, which is probably very sort of easygoing, very sort of, well, you know, come to me when you're ready, but you do feel hurt and shut out of the situation, and there is some loss here, but it's almost like you're still carrying on, allowing. You're the gift in this relationship, I would think, to be totally honest. And their feelings possibly are they feel inadequate, I would say. Did I say that correctly? Inadequate. I think I left out every consonant in there. And it's what they want is to connect in a way that isn't threatening. You've got this like work card in the centre as like part of a team, so they can cope talking to you if it's got like something very mundane as an end result. I can come and fix your pipes, but don't look me in the eye, that type of feeling. And I feel that you know that's not exactly what you want. It's not an insult to you, but you do have to be strong and realise that you're the one that holds the cards at the moment, but it will feel the other way around. It's like a child, this one. It's like a child who doesn't know how to function, looking at a parent to show them how to do it. But as I'm saying that, there's always that element of taking it too far so that you feel like you're batted down a bit and it's not good for you. So be careful of that here. With the Eight of Pentacles here, I feel that you will, with the Three of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles, get more chance to be together, to get to know each other. And maybe this person's view themselves will relax a bit to allow a little bit more of you in, because it's like they want to be like you but can't quite get there. So their feelings are frustration, a feeling of give me time possibly, feelings of defensiveness here, a feeling of cutting off until they're ready. There's a real feeling of inadequacy in them, not feeling that they measure up to you, seeing you acting in a way that's very composed and wishing they were more like you, and hoping that you don't leave them too early. I feel that they're not happy with the way that they're acting, but don't know any other rhythm to put into their life. It's what they've always done. Difficulty in connecting, I would say, here. Don't know if that feels right for anybody. Let me just put a few more cards. These cards, the reason I say this is these cards at the top are difficult. Batting people off, being controlled by your own thoughts, even though you can move away from it. And this is almost like a defeat card here with the Three of Swords. It's like it's stopped before it started because of something that's internal. It's like a search for happiness. It's almost like you are the first step with regards to them looking at themselves and realising that they can get themselves out of this knot that they're in. And as I said earlier, there's always that, protect yourself. You don't want to be everybody's bouncing off point. Well, if you do, you're going to have to be strong to not take it personally. You are. You are. You've got the Chariot card there, is that you're focused, you can see the situation, which I said before with the Page of Swords. You can pull what's happening together to understand it. And be very direct with what you need and what you want. So I have full faith in you. I'm going to go, my throat's tickling, but I'm going to leave you there. With regards to their feelings, it's admiration. It's I'm really trying not to sing Jungle Book, but they want to be more like you, ooby-doo. And a bit of shame, I would guess, on themselves and the way that they act, which hopefully they will move away from. And for you to keep yourself solid in this connection, keep yourself, know that you are the big attraction and this person wants to be like you, ooby-doo. But I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much. I hope that helps. There are a few readings left. 3 question ones left, because I normally put more of them out on the website HULUPPU.co.uk, which I can't say. If you fancy one, I'm going to love you and leave you. Bye.